What's up, YouTube? Hopefully y'all are doing great. I am doing amazing. You feel me, on this Friday evening. Hopefully y'all are doing amazing. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I feel like a lot of people don't give themselves a chance, right? I feel like people will give so many things in their life a chance, but they will not give themselves a chance, right? What I mean by that, so let's say you want to be a photographer. Let's say you want to take pictures of people, or let's say you want to be a content creator. So let's say you want to be a content creator, or you want to take pictures. So it's like, first of all, right, so like I said, you want to be like a content creator. Let's say you want to do like photography or something like that, or something along the lines. So, you know, maybe you've been thinking, maybe this is something that you wanted to do since you was a kid. Maybe this is something you wanted to do because you figured out that you liked it, or you had a passion for it or something. But regardless of the fact, you figured out that you want to do it. So you like, okay, you know what? You be like this. So picture me as you, or picture me as other people, or picture me as me, right? Cause I be the same way sometimes. So this is why I'm speaking on it. But it's like, a lot of people, like I said, will give multiple people chances. And what I mean by that, people will quite literally tell somebody, like someone would be like, hey, I don't want you to go to that club. That person goes to the club. They give them another chance. Hey, I don't want you to do this. That person does that. They give them another chance. So the point is, you're giving these people or this something in your life these many chances, but when it comes down to you doing something that you want to do, let's say you want to do photography. You do photography one time and then it doesn't work out bro, you literally wait 3 days to a week and then you want to give up on it. So what happened? You can give this person in your life a chance. Forget a chance. You can give these people in your life multiple chances, but you can't even give yourself a chance. You can't try multiple times. A lot of people, they don't try multiple times. They do something one time and then they stop. Then they never do it again. Or it's like I said, people, they don't keep at it. When it comes down to their own craft, and when it comes down to things that they want to do, I don't know why I was sitting sideways, but when it comes down to their craft and when it comes down to things that they want to do, people, it's like they give up on themselves so fast. They don't give themselves a chance. They don't give themselves time to learn. Like, bro, if this is your first time doing something, it's fine. Learn from it. They don't even give themselves time to learn from it. They just be like, I knew I wasn't. Then they'll start doubting themselves. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do this. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that. It's like, how do you know this if you never gave yourself a chance? You ain't even dipped your foot in the pool yet. You dipped your toe. Listen, your big toe is on the pool. Bro, you put your big toe in the pool. You didn't even put your whole foot in the pool yet, bro. You ain't put your whole foot in the pool yet, bro. So it's like, how do you know that you doing photography is not going to work? How do you know that like, what? Like, how do you know that? You know what I'm saying? You don't know that because you ain't giving yourself a chance. You don't know that because you're not trying again. You just give up. Literally one negative thing. It don't even have to be a negative thing. When one wrong thing, or when one thing doesn't go that person's way or how they want it to go, it's like all heck break loose. Now you don't want to do photography no more. Now you giving yourself doubtful thoughts. Now you're self-hating, because now you're feeding yourself negativity. You'll be like, most people will be like, they'll be like I said, I knew I couldn't do this. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do. I shouldn't even try to do it in the first. I should do. It's like now you putting all these thoughts. Now your whole energy is changing, and now you focusing on these negative thoughts, and now boom, now you're not even doing photography no more. It's because you didn't even give yourself a chance to do photography. You didn't give yourself a chance to do what you wanted to do. You ain't give yourself a chance to learn, to bump your head and learn from what made your dang. You ain't get a chance to bump your head and learn from what had hit your head. You ain't get to learn. You don't even know what hit your head. You don't know how you bumped your head, because you ain't learned. You ain't giving yourself a chance. When you give yourself a chance, that means that you are willing to learn and to keep trying and to keep going for yourself. When you give yourself a chance, when you take a chance on yourself, or when you just give yourself a chance, man. Stop being so hard on yourself. You can want all these things for yourself. You can want all of these beautiful abundances. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting better for yourself and being better for yourself, or just being better. It's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But if you always be hard on yourself in a sense as it's negative, or you're hard on yourself in a negative way, then you're never going to be able to, I don't know, you ain't going to be able to give yourself a chance. You're not going to be able to touch or to even understand what you want to do. You ain't, like, it's almost like you stunting your own growth. You know what I'm saying? But then you gotta start. But I feel like when that happens, or you gotta like dig deep though. Well, really you gotta dig deep with everything. Honestly, every single thing that I've talked about on this channel, you have to look within. There's no escaping you. I don't know how to put it. A lot of people don't want to be themselves. A lot of people want to escape themselves. You cannot escape you. You're seeing through your eyes. You living through your actions. You cannot escape yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the beautiful thing about it. Because can't nobody else be you. That's so amazing. But it's like people want to be everything but themselves. Bro, you cannot escape yourself. Give yourself a chance. You got to think about it. If you don't give yourself a chance, you would never know if photography would have worked. You could be a millionaire from photography, but you never know, or you would never know, because you're not giving it a chance. You're not giving yourself a chance. So now you just having thoughts. You know how people be like, yeah, man, I'm finna stop doing this, and then you see the next time you talk to that person, they're still doing the same thing. Then the same person a week later, yeah, man, I'm really finna get my life straight, bro. I'm really finna stop doing this. Then the next week you see them doing the same. So it's like they keep saying that they're not gonna do something, but then they keep doing what they say that they're not gonna do. I don't know how that correlates with what I was saying, but it did. I kind of forgot. But that's still something. That's a fact, though. That's still something that people do. But ultimately, though, just really give yourself a chance. Allow yourself to learn. Allow yourself to make mistakes. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Like, damn. Like, bro, sis, like, damn. It's okay. Just learn. Like, bro, it's okay. Like, I don't know. And then it's like when you give yourself a chance, and when you stop feeding yourself all of this negative stuff, and you do give yourself a chance, and you do, damn, I just stutter like crazy. Let's say you do the photography thing, and maybe, you don't get clients at first, but then let's say, you learn, right? They say trial and error, you learn, right? So then when you learn, now let's say now the next time that, I don't know, let's say you end up doing something else, and now you get a client. Or if you don't get a client, you get someone who's interested in your work, or you get people that's asking you about this. The whole point is, you would have never had those people asking you about your photography. You would have never had potential clients if you would have never given yourself a chance. If you would have never been like, you know what, it's all right. I'm not even gonna trip. I'm just gonna keep putting forth good energy towards it, and I'm gonna keep learning, and I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna see how I can, you know, get clients, how I can better get clients. But if you would have been like, no, if you would have did the same thing that you always did, you would have never given yourself a chance, and you would have been hard on yourself. You would have been like, man, F this, bruh, forget photography. I knew this wasn't for me. I'm stupid for that. Ah, shut up. Shut up. Give yourself a chance. Stop playing. You give everything and everyone chance after chance after chance. You be lenient after person, after thing, after whatever. You be lenient. But you can't give yourself a chance. But I'm not gonna smack you though. Because I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of us, you know, a lot of us have been like programmed to doubt ourselves. A lot of us being kind of taught to, you know, I'm just gonna keep it like that. A lot of people, like when you growing up, a lot of people, not everybody, I just said a lot of people like in your life, they would push their own doubts onto you. So now you would think, if you so used to doubtful words and doubtful things being said or like shown to you, it's going to start affecting you, because it's going to affect you, bro. Whether you see it or not, it's going to affect you in some type of way. Now you might start to have doubtful thoughts and feelings your own self, and you like, bro, why do I be doubting myself sometimes? Why do I don't give myself a chance? That's why. But you gotta, so I will say, you know, a lot of people come from a lot of a background of where, like, you know, self-doubting was installed, and a lot of people come from where self-doubt was installed into themselves. It didn't have to do with nobody but themselves, because they compare themselves to other people, and then they start to overthink, and then they start to think about themselves in a negative way. So it's many ways to it, you know, and it's more ways than those two ways that I just named, to be honest. But you know, we should just give ourselves more chances, though. Well, we should give ourselves a chance. And yeah, we should give ourselves more chances. How do we know our full potential? Or how do we know, you know, how beautiful we is if we don't even give ourselves a chance, or we don't give ourselves time to grow? This is Maya's Elevated. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, watch the videos, subscribe, like, do all that amazing stuff. More content like this. Y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all day, and y'all need to stop not giving yourselves a chance. So if you're watching this video right now currently and you was finna give up on something, don't give up. Give yourself a chance. Just because something ain't work out right now don't mean it can't work out right now. Don't mean it can't work out tomorrow. Just give yourself a chance.